Why would the President of the United States say that his own independent investigation by his own people, i.e. not the intelligence given to him by the Israelis, that has also established it came from within Gaza?
Is that a serious question, Pierce? Really? You think the Americans are...
You think he's lying, President Biden?
Yes, he is lying. He is lying. And he is part of...
That's a big charge to make about
well,
the President of the United States.
He has just lied before getting any evidence. There is no way...
No, he's seen evidence.
I don't know if he's seen evidence.
Well, he said he had.
He doesn't have personnel. If he has personnel, he must provide protection for our civilians. Then he is complicit in the crimes against...
When you see that video, what do you think you're...
Then Biden is...
What do you think you're seeing, Ambassador?
It's whitewashing and gaslighting, as we have been seeing over decades.
What if you're wrong?
And, well, what if I am wrong? Bring me again here, okay?
Okay.
Bring me again here, and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
No one has such firepower except the Israeli...
But have you seen the crater?
Occupation,
have you seen the crater?
Army. And you know what? No one even in the region has such firepower.
Have you seen...
very sophisticated...
Have you seen the crater?
I have seen.
Does that crater not tell you it was not an Israeli airstrike?
See, this is the trick. I'll tell you what happened. Israel did it. Israel thought the world was giving it the green light, that it was okay to do so. But when we did it, they did not expect the outcry, and then they did it again as they do all the time.
Why is the crater so small?
As they do all the time, they simply go out and deny it, blur the lines, two stories, we don't know. And I will remind you, few weeks from now or few months, Israel will come out and admit it. You know, this game and this narrative.
It's not a game.
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game.
Why?
I'll tell you.
Why should you demand condemnation of people dying, but not be prepared to condemn it yourself?
Allow me to explain it to you and to your viewers why it is a game, and a very vicious, unfair, asymmetric game that has contributed to the oppression of my people for 100 years. Number one, you know our position. You know that Hamas is just a militant group that was created 20, 30 years ago.
You think they're terrorists?
You asked me this question? Okay. What is the definition of terrorism?
Well, I'll just ask you.
What is the definition of terrorism?
The UK government.
I'll give you the
UK government.
I'll give you the definition.
Has them as a prescribed terror.
I'll give you the international United Nations definition of terrorism. It is the unlawful use of violence against civilians to terrorize them for the sake of a political agenda. Agreed? Agreed? Unlawful violence against civilians. Do you? And answer me, please.
Well, no, I've asked you a question.
Do you consider Israel to be
Ambassador, with respect, I'm asking you a
terrorist state? Do you consider Israel to be a terrorist state?
Ambassador, if you won't answer me, why should I answer you?
Did we agree? Did we agree on the definition of terrorism?
I've asked you, is Hamas a terror group?
Israel has been targeting civilians in front of your eyes for 75 years.
But why should I answer any of your questions if you won't answer mine?
Deliberate targeting, and not just this round. 2014, you know all that happened. 2005.
I'm very aware of the history.
Okay, then you are
I've been very critical of Israel over the years.
Is Israel a terrorist state?
I'm asking you the question.
Is Israel a terrorist state?
Ambassador.
Well, this is the asymmetric.
Ambassador.
Answer me and I'll answer you about Hamas.
No, it's not how this works.
No, it is.
It's my show.
It is.
And you're a guest on my show.
It is. From now on, this is the way it works.
Okay,
but there has to be equity and symmetry.
You are the ambassador to the United Kingdom.
We are equal. You see, your responsibility is to really use the right terminology here.
Why? This is indisputable.
All of the words.
All that happened.
You are invoking many things here. You've just invoked terrorism. You are now invoking ISIS.
You don't dispute it was a terror attack, surely?
You are now invoking ISIS, and you spoke about...
I haven't mentioned ISIS, but for the record...
You did.
Not with you, but for the record, I do believe there's a parallel between what Hamas has done on October the 7th and ISIS.
No. Okay, you see...
You don't agree?
The Israeli... Look, what happened on the 7th of October is not condoned. We reject wholeheartedly the targeting of civilians. Our culture, our upbringing, who we are as Palestinian, Christian and Muslims, what happened is non-Palestinian. How is that? And we reject it. And we want to continue maintaining the moral grounds of our cause, very right.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, let me continue. Let me continue.
Okay.
However, since the 7th of October, the first moment, Israel started preparing and putting together a huge campaign to delegitimize the Palestinian people, to link Hamas to ISIS, and then link Hamas to the Palestinian people, then link the Palestinian people to ISIS, then do the ethnic cleansing and the mass destruction and the mass murder you are following on your screen sets. Okay, that's exactly what happened. Then the international media, mainstream media, were literally following the cues. ISIS. You talked about Iraq all the time. ISIS is a group of criminals who gathered from all over, mercenaries who were there to kill and only to kill with no real agenda. You agree?
Yes.
You think Palestinians are that?
No.
Don't you think we have a political and legal case to make?
But I think
so why are we using these terms?
Ambassador,
we are using these terms to allow the Israeli war machine to kill en masse.
Let me respond.
That's why we're using.
Let me respond.
So everybody who uses these words is complicit.
Ambassador,
everyone,
let me respond.
Everyone.
Let me respond.
Okay, respond, please.